Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a concept that's been buzzing around the fan communities. What if two of the most powerful, yet wildly different green-skinned heroes clashed? That's right, we're talking about a hypothetical showdown between Marvel's own She-Hulk and a hulking feline-inspired powerhouse we're calling Ben Zombie. First, let's break down the combatants. On one side, we have Jennifer Walters, the sensational She-Hulk. She's not just a gamma-powered titan, she's a brilliant lawyer with a sharp wit and years of experience fighting alongside the Avengers and the Fantastic Four. She-Hulk's strength is immense, often rivaling that of her cousin, the Hulk, especially when she's angry. But her real advantage is her intelligence. Unlike the savage Hulk, Jen almost always retains her personality and intellect, allowing her to strategize, adapt, and outthink her opponents in the heat of battle. She's trained in hand-to-hand combat by Captain America and Gamora, making her a formidable fighter even without her brute strength. Her durability is off the charts, and she possesses a healing factor that can mend most wounds in a short amount of time. Plus, her iconic fourth wall breaks mean she's aware of the narrative, which could be a wild card in any fight. Now, let's look at our challenger, Ben Zombie. The description paints a picture of a hulking figure with cat-like features. This suggests a being with not just raw power, but also enhanced agility, reflexes, and senses. Imagine the strength of a Hulk combined with the predatory grace and speed of a giant cat. We can speculate that his abilities would include superhuman senses, keen eyesight, hearing, and smell, allowing him to track opponents relentlessly. His cat-like physiology might grant him incredible leaping ability, perfect balance, and razor-sharp claws capable of tearing through steel. The zombie part of his name is intriguing. Does this imply a relentless, unstoppable nature? Perhaps he has an enhanced healing factor or a resistance to pain that surpasses even She-Hulk's. He might be driven by pure instinct, making him unpredictable and ferocious. The growl in the prompt suggests a more bestial, less tactical fighter compared to Jen. So, let's set the scene for this epic confrontation. Imagine a ravaged urban landscape, maybe a construction site at dawn. The air is thick with dust. She-Hulk stands there, confident, her torn army t-shirt a testament to a battle already fought. She cracks her neck, a smirk playing on her lips. She's not intimidated. She's energized. This is her element, her line. Looks like the shirt's not the only thing that's torn tonight, is classic Jen Walters, a blend of confidence, humor, and a direct challenge. She's trying to get under her opponent's skin to see if there's a mind behind the muscle. Ben Zombie's response is a guttural growl. This immediately establishes the dynamic of the fight. Brains and brawn versus pure predatory instinct. He's not here for witty banter. He's a force of nature, a predator sizing up his prey. The daylight setting is interesting too. This isn't a stealthy, nighttime ambush. This is a full-on head-to-head brawl where neither combatant can hide. So, how would the fight play out? Round 1 would likely be a showcase of Ben Zombie's raw power and aggression. He would charge, relying on his speed and claws to overwhelm She-Hulk. He'd be a whirlwind of fury, leaping from debris, swiping with claws that could shred concrete. She-Hulk initially would be on the defensive. She'd be testing his strength, gauging his speed, and using her own durability to absorb the initial onslaught. She's fought Juggernaut, Thing, and countless other brutes. She knows how to weather a storm. She'd block, parry, and take a few hits, all while analyzing his movements, looking for a pattern, a weakness. As the fight progresses, She-Hulk's strategy would come into play. She'd realize that trading blows with this creature is a losing game if he truly is relentless. So, she'd start using the environment to her advantage. She'd use her strength not just to punch, but to change the battlefield. She might rip a steel girder from the ground to use as a club, or cause a controlled collapse to trap or disorient Ben Zombie. Her legal mind excels at finding loopholes, and in a fight, that translates to finding tactical openings. She'd try to exploit his animalistic nature. Maybe she'd use a high-frequency sound by clapping her hands together with immense force, targeting his sensitive cat-like ears. Or she could use a feint to lure him into a prepared trap. The turning point of the fight would be when Jen manages to outsmart him. Ben Zombie, driven by instinct, would likely fall for a clever tactic. For example, She-Hulk could pretend to be more injured than she is, luring him in for a final decisive blow. As he leaps, she could use her incredible strength to catch him mid-air and use his own momentum against him, slamming him into the ground with devastating force. It wouldn't be a single punch that wins the fight, but a series of calculated moves that neutralize his advantages. She'd have to immobilize him rather than just knock him out, especially if he has a powerful healing factor. Ultimately, while Ben Zombie's sheer ferocity and unique cat-like abilities would make him one of the toughest opponents She-Hulk has ever faced, her combination of top-tier strength, combat training, and most importantly, her brilliant strategic mind would give her the edge. She's not just a powerhouse, she's a thinker. She fights smarter, not just harder. In a battle of instinct versus intellect, intellect, when backed by near-limitless power, usually finds a way to win. The smirk at the beginning wasn't just arrogance. It was the confidence of someone who knows she has more than one way to win a fight. What do you guys think? Who would you bet on in this epic clash of Green Titans? Could Ben Zombie's feral rage overcome She-Hulk's strategic prowess? Let me know your thoughts and your own fight scenarios down in the comments below. I read every single one of them. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more hypothetical battles, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.